If the dollar is dead, what can we do? Is it completely out of our control? Do we just succumb to the federal government and the Fed and allow our money to lose all of its value? No, we fight back. We take control of our financial future. We get out of debt, we invest and save properly so that we do not lose the value of our money, and we don't allow them to take that from us and keep us poor. Every Friday, we look at savings alternatives like commodities, gold, silver, crypto, because we want to use them as an inflation hedge so that our dollars can keep their value. If our physical dollars just sit there in a bank and inflation is higher than the rate we're getting, we're losing value constantly. Probably seen previous videos of mine and other content out there showing that over the last 100 years, the dollar, US dollar, has lost about 99% of its value. Having it in other assets as your savings would allow you to have more purchasing power now. So take a look at these two articles. The first article is talking about gold, and they're trying to determine from what they call their experts, people who predict prices. Could gold go below 2,000 an ounce? Could it go over 2,600 an ounce? There are people that believe both. I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. But over a long period of time, gold has outperformed the dollar. So it's one of those things, and I want to point out that if you're going to take a strategy like I use and I show, gold, silver, crypto, whatever the assets are that you're using to help save your dollars, as opposed to just dollars in the bank, it goes up, it goes down, but over a long period of time, we hope that it stays above inflation and keeps its value. This was what I thought was also interesting. The second article, Elon Musk, he says the dollar is going to be worth nothing, essentially, if we don't fix our national debt. If the government doesn't get the debt in check, it's gone up way too much, 10 trillion over the last, I don't even know, just couple of years, it seems like. I think the interest on that debt's over $1 trillion. So when the government's in debt, that's a problem for many reasons. I've got other videos on that. But just know that what the goal here every Friday, and I've been doing this since February of this year, I've been doing this for years, which is I take my dollars, and instead of just keeping only dollars in my savings account, I have dollars that are there for my emergency fund that I might need immediately. Then I can rotate some through treasuries or CDs. And then some of it I just keep in gold, silver, and now Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other crypto. A lot of people say just Bitcoin. They compare that to gold. Some people say it's worthless. Some people say it's going to 1 million. Who knows? I don't really know. I happen to believe in it, but this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I do. I try to hedge against inflation. I don't want those dollars that I hopefully someday may pass along to my kids to be worthless. So gold, silver, and other things that grow over time faster than the dollar. So let's take a look at this week's update on where all the prices stand comparatively to last February. Here are the most recent rates. We started this back in February. That's the first column, February 3rd. And then today's date, February 9th. The savings rate, the CD for the 3-month, and the Treasury for the 3-month are the same. The site we use is a government site that updates once a month. So as you can see, you put $1 in here, savings and 3-month CD, they're not going to beat inflation, but the Treasury 3-month will barely beat inflation. At the bottom here, we have inflation at 3.5%, and that updates once a month as well on the site we use. So let's move on to gold, silver, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. The commodities, gold and silver. In February, gold was 2050. Now it's standing at 2,342. Silver was at 2288. Now it's at 2829. So essentially, what does that mean? Well, if you would take your cash savings and you spread it among these various investments, some just cash, maybe 3-month CDs for your 3 to 6 month fund, savings, emergency fund, if you will. And then others, if you have more cash, you put into things like gold, silver, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, things that you believe will beat inflation over time. As you can see, gold alone there, being 2,300, that's a $300 gain on 2,000. So you're looking at 15%. Obviously, that does beat inflation. And over time, I've got other videos that show, and you can see online that over time, gold greatly outperforms the US dollar in terms of value over time. Silver's also up $4 on 22. And then Bitcoin, considered to be the world's gold, if you will, 43,000 on February 3rd. And now it's at around 61, almost 62,000, 61,970 at the time of this. And Ethereum's at 29.99 and it was at 22.99, both of those being up quite a bit. Bitcoin and Ethereum are often talked about together. Bitcoin now is a spot ETF, as you may be aware. Ethereum may have one as well. They're the two largest market cap, but they're two both very different. Ethereum, some say, is the world's computer. Bitcoin, the world's gold. So there's other cryptos that personally I hold. I think you'll hear many like Robert Kiyosaki and others say, instead of just holding dollars, you may want to hold things like gold, silver, and Bitcoin. All right, so inflation's around the same. That'll be updated. 10-year treasury, now it's sitting at 4.472, and it was at 4.16. Gives you an idea of what the market thinks is going to happen over time, because that's a 10-year treasury. All right, thanks for watching. See you next week, and I hope you're able to get out of debt and get your finances in order and get on the path to achieving your financial freedom. Thanks.